What has impressed you about the team the first couple of days, and what are you a little worried about?
The most impressive thing, and again, we've worked hard with our old guys and getting them the way we wanted. And I think early, I think sometimes we've worked hard this summer in shape. There's still a little fear of the unknown or trusting that, what we can do or what we're capable of doing. So I think yesterday and today we've picked it up with kind of a sense of urgency and practice, and not just punching the clock, going through the motions, going through the drill, getting to the next deal. And if it's not maybe proper, doing a little extra right then, like, hey, that's not acceptable. Probably the most impressive thing, and I like the way our old guys have worked, but I really like across the board a lot of those freshmen. I don't know if any of them start. I don't know how many of them play. But I don't look out there and say, wow, was the boat missed? And again, most of those guys were not recruited by us. So I'm not like tooting our horn.
Right.
Most of those kids were already committed. So those weren't our guys. I'm not taking credit for it, but that's the first class that's been recruited to this facility. And I think there's some really nice complementary players. And I think there's some kids that 2, 3, 4 years down the road are going to be very good Big Ten football players. I like that crowd. And they're not the answer, but I like them, and they're going to help our team. And that's been very, very pleasing. No, we've got to truly tackle,
Right.
But we are hitting, they're competing, and the freshman quarterback does very well. The receivers do very well. The young linemen, the D linemen, the corners, the second. I mean, I'm very pleased with those guys and very complimentary of them. And I'm not trying to, I'm not sobbing we're going to have to play freshmen. I think we have some old guys that are good. I think we got some young guys that can help out.
Are you surprised by the progress the guys have made since the spring?
Well, I don't know how much progress we made. We're still kind of, I don't know if we regressed. I mean, again, we're just trying to figure it out. And again, the first few days, acclimation, not hitting the first 2 days. Today was better than yesterday, getting used to the pads. Tomorrow's full pads, but all that means is we wear pants and do the same stuff. We don't really scrimmage for a couple days and really cut it loose. You kind of build as you go. But, I still think with confidence and maturity, we actually can and should be doing even better than we're doing. I'm pleased, but there's still a little trust that we got to learn how to. We'll come to work every day, and we're gaining on it. So it's not pulling teeth, but it's still a work in progress. And that's not negative. I think it's building. I think we're building every day, and the kids are gaining confidence. So we'll see.
Which one of the quarterbacks is starting to impress you?
The best one's the high school kid right now. So,
Really?
I ain't playing a freshman quarterback, but if you watch practice tape, he's making the plays. Is he the answer? No. There's a lot going on, but been very impressed. He makes some plays running, but he's throwing it well, and he's a nice player. And I think our older guys, I would like to see those guys be more consistent, all of them across the board. I think the young guy is playing every bit as good as those guys, which to me shouldn't happen. So to me, that's encouraging for him, and maybe a little disappointing. I like to see those older kids pick it up. There's not a concern I just would expect. And again, maybe because it's still new, we're still kind of feeling our way through it. It's still kind of a new offense, so maybe my expectations are a little higher. But I'd like to think we could clip it and throw it a little bit better than we're doing right now. So we'll see. Running backs that came back healthy, that's helped us. So we got to keep making some strides in O-line play. But the most impressive thing, it's not a sob story. It's a good freshman class. The freshman quarterback is a nice compliment. That doesn't mean we're going to play a freshman. We're not close to saying that. Don't read nothing into that. Just been very surprised, and he holds his own. And if you didn't know numbers and just watched, you would say that guy's not a freshman.
You're happy with the speed of the defense, especially, and just recognition from. I know you're not hitting, but
and I don't know. I'd ask Doug and those guys. I think we're gaining on it. Again, I think we do a lot of things multiple, and there's a lot of stuff going on early. So there's probably more thinking going on for everybody. Even though we do the drills in the summer and they're trying to do some of the things, it's still probably it's going at a faster clip, and the ability to think and process. I heard a great thing on the NFL Network the other night. I'd like to play our team. They were talking about Marshall Faulk, how fast he was, but the comment was how smart he was, and because he was so smart, and they talked about Deion Sanders. Here's a guy that was a very great DB. How fast he was? They say he was so smart, and even made him faster. And that's where I think as you go through practice, our kids keep learning, they keep gaining confidence. You can play faster, and we need to. We're in shape. Our conditioning level's better, but we can always play faster. You never play football fast enough.
I just didn't know. Did you want to say anything about those radio guys this morning? There was a lot of talk about that. I didn't know.
No,
Just want to give you the opportunity.
nothing to say.
Okay.
Just
Last real question then.
when no issues there. Doing our job.
Two-a-day start. How do things change when you go get into two-a-days on Saturday?
Practices to some degree. Want to be full pad, want to be half pad.
Okay.
Probably full pad a little bit more. play action run, running type drills, physical drills, combative drills. The second practice maybe a little bit more throwing oriented, perimeter oriented, skill oriented. Maybe those two practices, instead of being quite as long, you probably steal a couple, 3-4 minutes off of each drill. So practice is probably a handful of minutes shorter.
Okay. The other day you said you wanted to see the freshmen hit. You're getting to see that now?
Getting there. I mean, still. I mean, it's again, when the first couple days without pads, who knows, is it
Right.
looking good or bad? But as you go, again, that's, and not that they can't hit, just it's not football till you start running into each other. So we're gaining on it, and like I say, that's a good freshman crowd.